The big economy 2.0 patch is finally here, and it is actually pretty sizable. We have a lot of new stuff to discuss for Cities Skylines 2, but before I jump into it, just a quick side note, this map in the background you can see was one of my most disastrous maps, to be honest, and I was checking out this map to see what changed, and quite a lot of things significantly changed, but more about that in a second. First things first, this huge patch comes with a lot of good stuff. First thing is very notable that a lot of buildings have been upgraded so that sub-buildings and so on are treated in a different way. We're going to look into that in a second, but then there are a bajillion of economy updates, starting with the fact that some of the milestones have been changed. So for example, the taxes and services will be available at the first milestone, but the production, for example, the tab for your economy is available from milestone 2 only. And then we have a lot of new services. The subsidies are completely taken away to make it more challenging, even though I have a different opinion on that, but more about this in a second. And then the city services have been changed dramatically. So the increased chance of entering the graduation of both elementary school and high school has been established, which was a huge problem because of skilled labor and so on, was not really going that well. Adults can now apply to high school if they didn't finish it. So that's kind of cool that they can reapply. Garbage accumulation accounts for students, employees, prisoners, or companies and homeless in the calculation. So that was previously seemingly also an issue. The balance of garbage city service is also upgraded, which is a great deal, to be honest. At least for me, it was a huge issue. Buildings also now pay a fixed fee for the garbage collection instead of a variable amount based on the garbage collected. Also a lot more controllable and a lot more easy and not so, I think the way how everything was way too variable and in a bad way made it also super challenging. Then we also have in general adjusted garbage accumulation values, which I can tell you already in this file over here is a good deal. We have a increased electricity import price, which in this specific map hasn't been a big deal anyways, but also I heard this was a big deal because you could exploit this. I remember this has been one of the first videos. I think it was it Biffa or was it the Spiffing Brit? I don't know. One of these two guys who always break the game found out that this is one of the huge exploits in the game early on, and so that has never been fixed in a way. So big fan of this. Also, that the service fee for curves for efficiency and consumption have been adjusted. The water service has been adjusted. Then the amount of workers needed for medical service, small coal plant, police station, cemetery, firehouse, and landfill has been increased. I personally find this a good way because I always had a lot of unemployment, specifically in these areas. I wish that there was a bit more need in there. And then there are a lot of demand changes for residential density, depends on household wealth and family size. Household spawns are based on an average citizen happiness, homelessness, tax, available students positions, and available jobs. So more values which seemingly have a better impact, and there is so much more. I'm gonna link the whole changes because that would make the video way too long. But what I will show you, and this is eventually what it all is about, is how it impacted my city. Enough theory, let's look into how it actually affected the game. This city, as teased at the beginning, was an absolute disaster. And honestly, I haven't changed a single thing. The only thing I did is I left the game running for about a couple minutes. The only thing I forgot is to put some police stations in, which was my bad. I remember that this was one of my biggest things I completely forgot in the earlier game, so I plopped a couple down, so you will see these icons disappear in a bit. However, what I found super interesting is this graph over here, because this city, again, I didn't change a thing. I just left the patch in and let the game run for a bit and see what happens. It completely fixed my city. So one of my biggest issues was actually the tile upkeep, which was crazy, and I don't really know what exactly it was, but it was like a 3 millions or so, and now it actually completely leveled out, and I think this is actually a very nice thing to see. You can also see that subsidies obviously don't play a role anymore. It is shown in here because this is an old save where these still were a thing, but also service upkeeps has been something I was struggling with, specifically when it comes to garbage collection. This is something that has been an issue, but it seems to be, ironed out, leveled out as well. So very, very nice. But also, these things, I really feel like more importantly than the theory, what exactly is changed is the effect it has on the game. And you can see, apart from some little customer problems over here with 1, 2, 3, well, that 4 maybe-ish, even in these parts over here, just a couple, like nothing really bad, you know, something, little things we can easily fix, you can see that, is happening over here. So that is absolutely great, and I didn't even expect this. I mean, traffic issues, nothing the patch wanted to fix, something I would need to fix, but the whole thing works again, so that's kind of crazy. You can also see this one is deactivated over here. I could reactivate that, but I feel like energy-wise we are, yeah, production-wise it's all good. As I said earlier on, it's not a specific issue over here for the import prices, so we could technically look into that, but I feel like we don't even need to import anything, so that is definitely something. You can see that it's no real big deal. Oops, where we go, budget, and then we can actually, it's not in here, so it's all good. We don't really need to look that much into it. However, one thing I wanted to show you real quick is the fact how you can now deal with different upgrades and so on. So you can see, for example, over here there's a high school, and as said, you can put down buildings now. Also, don't mind, this is just a test, okay, so it's not actually living over here, but you can put an upgrade down, and normally we had this tied to this building and you couldn't put it anywhere else, but you can see this blue outline now, which magically you can put it anywhere else now. So you can, for example, try to swoop this thing maybe by the highway over here. Let's see if we can swoop that in here somewhere. I don't know, just doesn't really work over here. Okay, never mind, then let's just put it somewhere out here, maybe by the garbage over there. It doesn't really matter. You can plop it here, look at that, and now it's done. The only thing you need to know, obviously there is no pedestrian connection, but you can do this now, and that's pretty cool. We didn't have that early on. We can actually do this with the pedestrian, let me see, where is it again? Oh wait, it's in the, there you go, the pedestrian path over here. We can use the normal pavement path and then just connect. Oops, there you go, don't crash on me. We could just bring that over here, and that's a slope is too high. Okay, well, whatever. Oh my god, okay, I didn't notice that this is down here. Well, then I'm gonna show you real quick the feature. You can now just delete the field. There you go, deleted the field, and then you can plop it down again, and we're just gonna plop it down somewhere over here. Not really a big deal, and you can see now it's still not connected, but again, we can quickly do so. Just bring that over and just have the access over here, and we are pretty much done. So you can build some very cool uni areas or like school areas now, put some parks and stuff in between if you want to, or even some parking or so can be attached to this now in the center, which I find is a very, very cool little update that I didn't see coming, to be honest. But like, you know, I've got free build and so on, which would allow me to do this with Anarchy, so that is not really that much of a deal. Gosh, we've got such a police issue anyways. However, as you can tell, the city is working pretty decently. We do have money income, which is good. I mean, you can see now it's actually leveling out a bit, but I put down so many services that do cost me money, and I would need to normally play a bit better now. But in the end, I'm relatively happy with how it works. You can see my little town over here starting to develop, and just over here, it actually finally works. And I have not expected that. I will definitely not continue with this because the map is broken, as you can see, but it was a good test to see if it works in such an old save that was really broken by the game, I should say. So I'm happily announcing now that we are soon back with a brand new series, and I can't wait to start with it because we are staying in Germany. So much of a spoiler is already dropped here, but it's going to be very different. I have made a custom map for that. It's already done. I just need a couple little things to be fixed and start building. We are going to play obviously modded, but also try out the new economy patch with it. So I'm very excited for that. I can't wait to see you guys there and see how this all affects the game. But yeah, I would highly recommend check the new patch out, read down all the notes, but more importantly than reading the theoretical changes, make sure to apply that to your game and check if it does the job for you. Again, as I said, very positively surprised how it did the job for me. And I also quickly did some tests in some other files, and it just works very, very good. So much props for that. Maybe I'm a specific case case and anyone else is reporting something else, I don't know. I haven't checked any other creators or so what their feedback is. So please take it as n equals 1 from me. You know, it's just one opinion. But at least for me personally, it did fix a lot of these issues, which again, I'm feeling a broken record right now. But hopefully you guys enjoy the patch as much as I do, and now get it downloaded and give the chance to this game again. And can't wait to see you with the new series. Until then, have a good time and goodbye.